What's up, YouTube? Check in, check in. Gonna do a dual live stream. So I'm live on my channel. Mike's live on his channel. Got Cuzzo in the back. So what I want to talk about in this video is a multitude of things. One of which is just how to have confidence as an entrepreneur, because there are a lot of people that I'm coming across that you watch the videos, you get the game, but for whatever reason, there's just a lack of confidence. So in this video, I just want to talk about, my own personal case, Mike's case, even got my cousin here that y'all seen in recent videos as well, hanging out with me this week and probably into next week as well, just doing some entrepreneurial stuff and just talk about why we don't really struggle with entrepreneurial confidence as much as maybe the average person, with the hopes of trying to help you guys. Just waiting a few seconds here for YouTube to send out post notifications. When you check in, please hit the thumbs up button. Comment where you're watching this from. As always, I appreciate you guys being here. The dryer vent course is out now. The link to it is in the live chat. It'll also be underneath this video. But while we're waiting for that, Mike, will you tell them about the dryer vent course a little bit?
Yeah, the dryer vent course is now up. So I hopefully I won't get any more hate mail over the next couple of days. But yeah, the dryer vent course is going to go over how you can, what material you actually need to purchase. The material you need is less than $250. So with the course and buying your equipment, you have less than a $500 investment to get started. It's going to tell you how to market your actual dryer vent cleaning business. Also, it's going to tell you how to actually do it. So we have live video of us actually at a customer house doing the dryer vent cleaning. And just like everything that we do, is also going to get updated as we start to get feedback from people. I'll go in and make updates to give people what they need. And you also will have a flyer that you can use to actually print out and actually take that and use that to send out to different customers.
Okay. What about if anybody wants to attend any Appliance Bootcamp live events this year?
We only have maybe one seat left. If you check probably tonight about maybe 9:30, I have one guy that's waiting, and he said he was going to pay, so I'm going to give him to about 9 o'clock tonight. So after that, we have just one seat left for this year. In the next couple of weeks, we'll start adding on for next year. We're going to probably go ahead and add February and March dates. And also, I'll be able to tell you what you're going to get different and the new stuff we're going to add on when we go into the new building.
All right, cool. So, and if you can't make it out this year, then I want you guys to also know we do have it in Hustle Academy, the online version. Also in Hustle Academy now, there are 3 options. You can get just the live event by going straight to Mike's website. You can get the online course from Hustle Academy. And for those of you who said that you wanted access to the online course and the live event, there's now a 3rd option for you guys. And you can go to Hustle Academy and see if you want just the online course, if you want the online course and the live event, or you can go straight to Mike's website and get just the live event if that's what you would like. So just letting you guys know that those are your options now. So now I think there's enough people in here for us to start talking about the title of my video, which is just entrepreneurship. So I'm gonna start with you, Mike, okay. Then I'm gonna jump to you, Cuzzo. So when you first became an appliance repair person and you were trained in whatever manner they trained you and they sent you out on your first service call, how did you have the confidence to be able to say, okay, this is what I'm going to do, whether it's right or wrong? Because I think a lot of people watch our videos or they just have the desire to be an entrepreneur, but they struggle with doing stuff because they don't want to make a mistake.
That right there, it's going to come with me. It actually just came pretty natural with when I first went out there. I just always knew I could fix any and everything. If I sat down and looked at it long enough, I could figure out how to operate and could fix it. But as time goes on now, where we have a lot more complex equipment and stuff coming out, now I have to be better prepared when I go out there. Back in those days, it was mostly mechanical repairs you was doing. So mechanical repairs was a lot easier than electronic repairs, because most of the time mechanical repairs, you're going to see something that's broken. You could just look at it and kind of figure it out, just using common sense how things came together mechanically, how they operate. But now with the electronic stuff, I have to actually go out and do research and see how to put it in diagnostic mode, see what the error codes are. And from there, you just start going down the actual diagnostics of now it's easy because they give you the diagnostic mode. You just go through the actual diagnostic mode step by step until you find out what's wrong. The machine will tell you what's wrong. But with me having the confidence, I'm still having a hard time getting finding guys, grown men who don't have confidence.
Hold on 1 second. Right, not to cut you off. And this goes to you guys as well as the people that's watching on Mike's channel as well. As we go through this spiel, if you have any particular question or anything that you struggle with your business, put that in the live chat, either in this live chat or if you're watching it over on Mike's channel as well. And we'll get you a question live after our spiel. So if it's something personal with any particular business that you have, but you struggle with confidence and you want advice on that business, put it in the live chat right now and get a live answer. But you were saying about men struggling with confidence.
Yeah, struggling with confidence. Like we were talking about earlier, when I was like 9, 10 years old, and I'm working with my grandfather and my father, you know, they kind of force you to actually to be kind of independent thinker. Like I was telling you, I remember it's all myself and all my cousins, we all done it, and they all played the same trick on me. Where sometimes you might, we was doing a job, and if you cut a board too short, and you tell your dad, say, hey, I cut the board too short. And you say, what I need to do? And he'll tell you, go get a board stretcher. And you go looking for a board stretcher, and he'll say, look in the truck. He'll tell you, go ask your Uncle Bubba, go ask your grandfather. And they'll send you around to everybody looking for a board stretcher. They have you looking in the back of the truck all day for a board stretcher, knowing there's no such thing as a board stretcher. If you cut the wood too short, you just cut it too short. You got to use it someplace else, so cut another piece. But after a while, you picked up on it and realized that what you asked was a crazy question, and then you went on. And having that happen at young ages, I guess now that might be considered bullying or picking on somebody. But that's the way the guys treated you on the job site. And then as you got older, you just use your common sense. And now I'm finding out if I do something like that with grown men now, if I do that with grown men will tell me that they having a problem with me being too hard on them. And so I'm still don't figure out why grown men just don't have the confidence right now.
All right. Cause I'm gonna throw it back to you back there, cause so you've been doing a lot of demo work, pretty much unsupervised the whole time. So and to the point we were talking earlier offline about you starting your own demo business. So what gave you the confidence? Because you never called me or Mike or anybody during the demo and say, you know, can I knock this wall down? I'm worried about electrical or anything like that. So what gave you the confidence to say, I'm gonna just do it and I'm gonna figure it out right or wrong?
Basically, I just think like you can put your mind to anything and do whatever you dream to do. As long as you put your mind to it and be positive with it, then I feel like you can do anything you want to do. And that's just the way I work. That's my work ethic as well. Even if I never did it before, I know I can do it, but you have to put your mind to it to even get to it. You got to have the courage, as I should tell people. You got to have the courage to do it. Mm-hmm. And that's what got me along the way.
So was you ever scared or nervous during the whole demo, or you just...
Nah, I always say if you play scared, then something gonna actually happen. Mm-hmm. So you gotta actually figure that you actually know what you're doing in some kind of way. So you'll be, for sure and sure about it. And instead of just being up there being scared and then something happened, and that's when you ain't too sure about it. So I figured that if I can go in there and do what I gotta do and at least have some type of courage in myself, like I can do it without calling somebody every time, then that's what I did.
And this is somebody that was brand new, did a lot of the demo,
all the demo,
not worried about getting electrocuted by live wires or flooding the building because it's plumbing there. He just got to it and did it. So I think that it really just comes down to, if you want anything bad enough, I think you'll try it. That's what I think.
Now, how about you? Here you are, you get ready to go into a new business and you going into new stuff. I don't see you calling anybody. I see you just going out doing it. How do you get the confidence?
I think me personally, I'm thinking long term that Lord willing, eventually I'll be an old man. Mm-hmm. And I would rather be an old man that tried 100 businesses and failed than like have regret. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, so I'd rather try the business and fail at the business. Mm-hmm. And then once I'm old and can't do the business, I don't have any regret. than be, an old man and say, well, what if I would have tried a courier service or YouTube or pest control or real estate? How would my life be different if I would have tried that? So me is just like, I don't want to be an old person with regret. So I'm like, I'd rather try it now. If I'm wrong, at least then I know. I know that I didn't miss any opportunities.
Yeah. But I noticed even with you, the pest control, you're going out and you're doing your own research.
Yeah.
And then I noticed that before you even start calling people, you already pretty much know the answer. You just want confirmation.
Yeah.
And so you've done your research. You figured out a way. Like in North Carolina, they tell you North Carolina, you got to have a license and you have to work for somebody. But I noticed with a lot of people, once they see that, they stop. They say, well, I ain't gonna go work for nobody. But I see you don't figure out a loophole to get back around, and nobody told you.
Yeah, and I think what do they call it? Like the short person complex or like
Napoleon.
Yeah. Like I think all of my friends are like 6'2" and taller, 6'4" and taller. So I always been the smallest person around a whole bunch of bigger dudes. And then if you're not confident, you're gonna have a horrible life. So it's like, man, I'm only like 5'7" and a half. Like so. I mean, I've just always been around people that's confident, and you had to be confident to run with them. So it's like me, I'm like, in my mind, not super arrogant, but in my mind, I feel like whatever business I'm gonna do gonna be successful because I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So, and I just have that in me, and that's just how I came up, just a country boy around a whole bunch of other country boys, and even growing up with my cousin, he like my height, but you couldn't tell us. We wasn't 6'7" back in the day when we was playing basketball with all the 6'4" hoopers and whatever. So it's just how we was raised. It was just, man, it's just part of it. It's just part of it. So I think it probably does play a lot in your upbringing. Like if you were brought up in such a way where like you was babied for a long time, maybe. But I'm noticing that a lot of people from our area, they don't really have. I mean, if anything, they might be lazy, but it's like they know how to go get money. They're going to get it.
Yeah, and I like I said, prior to the Appliance boot camp, most of the guys that I was picking up to come work for me, a lot of times I was their last. I was their last and only resource at that time. They couldn't go into corporate America, but I'm finding out the ones who have a lifetime in corporate America. They are the ones that they have to have all the permission. I think, like I said, I'm beginning to think it's because in corporate America, in order for you to stay there, especially as African American men, you got to learn how to CYA. You got to learn how to keep your head down. You got to learn how not to do anything going to draw attention, and you got to learn how not to be held accountable for if something goes wrong. And I think that's what it is. They just want to make sure before they do anything that they're not going to make a mistake. Versus us. I think that's part of learning, making mistakes. I don't care about making a mistake. I'm okay.
Yeah, and I know this too, and I'm gonna get your input on it too, Mike, and then I'll bounce it off of you. A big excuse that I get, not so much from people in the comment section on YouTube, but just in real life. But we'll talk about it if it can benefit anybody on the channel. You being a father, like a lot of people will say, well, I got kids. And they want to eat every night and they want the lights to cut on. So being a parent with kids, why don't you say, well, I'm gonna go play it safe and go work a job and have a guaranteed check? Why aren't you worried about the bills getting paid?
When I first got into business, I got kicked out of that situation. I thought it was a guaranteed job, being an engineer and being in what they call the tech hub of America, RTP. I thought your engineering job was guaranteed. And after I got laid off, I found out that was the most vulnerable place you could ever be, where some other man got total control of your life and how you're going to feed your family. As an entrepreneur like I am now, I can, to feed my family, I can go ahead and make $200 or $300 a day doing it. I can pick up cans and make $200 or $300 a day. I can sell scrap iron. I know many ways I can feed my family. So with me, after you become an entrepreneur, you become almost unemployable. And I don't think I can work for anybody else now. I couldn't work for nobody else. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't, because for me, it's not so much the money, it's the time. The time I have where I can sit with you and do things. I I can go down there and work with on the building. I'm able to work with my son, work with my daughters, and I don't have to clock in or be nowhere at nobody's specific time. So
Yeah, I think the freedom is more so
yeah,
because Cuz can vouch like without giving details. Like I could have made $2,000 today. I just didn't want to do it. I just didn't want to do it. So
yeah,
I just didn't do it.
yeah,
Yeah, but he was with me the whole day,
yeah.
and it's like I just didn't want to do it, and it would have took less than an hour. So yeah, being an entrepreneur, I just think the freedom
yeah,
of what it is that you can do. Like
yeah. Once you get that freedom, that you care more about that freedom than you do the money. Like you say, I know the contract that I know the guy who was trying to give you the money, but it actually gets in the way of what you're trying to do. And
yeah,
and that's the same thing. Like I probably could have went out and done service calls. I know I could have because I've been putting people out. We booking out till next week. I could probably do service calls today and go make out $500 or $600, $700. But I need to get the building done. So I much rather spend my time at the building than to be doing the service calls and just let the other techs do that stuff. So I don't know.
yeah, man. I think that my most practical advice for anybody watching this video, because we're just giving you feedback from people that are actually doing it. But let's say you're brand new and you struggle with, okay, I watched the videos, but it's just something about actually taking the action to do it. I would recommend that you start small. I think a lot of people, they want to have the biggest business. Like I talk to a lot of people, especially now that I'm back doing consultations, people want to start a courier service, and everybody or pretty much everybody that either me or if it's a lot of calls, my cousin helps me out with that too. Everybody wants to start off with the biggest mail contract, the biggest pharmaceutical contract, and then you ask them what kind of car they got. They got like a two-door sedan or a pickup truck or a small SUV, but they can take the seats out the back. For some reason, nobody wants to start small and build up. So it's super practical for you to make $800 a week as an independent courier and then scale up once you learn the business to six figures or whatever it is you want to do with your own transportation company. But I think that for some reason, people are like, I'm not willing to do that. And I think what you got to understand is that you might take a temporary pay cut, but it's not going to last forever. When I first started doing YouTube didn't pay me nothing. But just like how YouTube is, once you get subscribers and views, it increases. And you can look at your own work history. Probably the money you're making now is not the money you was making at your very first job ever. There was a process. Some of y'all had to go to college and get a degree in order to get in the position you are now. Some of y'all had to put years in to get certain level of experience to get the money you have now. So just understand that going into entrepreneurship, you got to treat it the same way. Maybe you don't start off making $1 million your first year, but you can start small. You can learn the fundamentals. Even if you only make $40,000, $50,000 your first year, but now you know, okay, this is what I did to make $40,000, $50,000. I can scale up, I can build on this, and I can make six figures and do whatever it is that your goals are. So my most practical advice to anybody out there is to start small. Everybody wants to do it with no money. I think that it's highly unlikely for you to get away with being a successful entrepreneur with no money, right? Maybe there's somebody out here that'll show you how to start with no money. But I think that more realistically is you can start small with a little bit of money. But if you want to have longevity, you got to be willing to reinvest your money. So somebody out here that say, I want to start with $0 and make $1 million, but I never want to reinvest back in myself or in my business. I think that you're setting yourself up for failure from the very beginning.
Yeah, I noticed that too. A lot of people want to start for that free 99, and I don't know anything that you can do. You don't have to make some type of investment. Even the same thing like YouTube. YouTube give you a free channel, but in order to get out here and put stuff on it, you're gonna have to buy a cell phone or something. I don't know how you I'm wondering. People say they don't have any money. How do they eat if they don't have any money?
Yeah, I mean food stamp.
How they get clothes? I don't know how you make it in America with no money. I think like we get it all the time. People say they have $0, and I also wonder, well, how are you eating? You gotta have some money coming someplace. So.
Yeah. So I think that you should all start small. You don't have to quit your job, but you can quit your job. I will be the first one to tell you that for somebody that hasn't had a job in 5 years And if you saw my most recent video, I'm in the process of, well, I already won the bid, but just finalizing everything to make sure it gets transferred over. I just bought 14 acres for my daughter. I have no interest in working for anybody ever again. Like, it's over with. My cousin, y'all seen him just hustling with me, and me and him talking behind the scenes on him doing his own business and maybe partnering with me with the pest control business. So he's just been out here just going through it, learning a lot, and just been, seems like he's been enjoying it, or at least he's been acting like he's been enjoying it with me. So that's it. But we gonna get into the, go ahead, Mike.
All right. Like you just said, now your cousin is going into business. How many businesses you think have spawned from your channel?
Man, it's been a lot. I would say at least 100.
I think it's more than that.
I would say at least 100 businesses, and I'm just basing it off of comments, like comments or people that come to the event and say, "Hey, I started doing this, and then I used that money to come here." Yeah. So I would never know how many people just took it and did it and didn't let me know. But I was, at least 100 new businesses have started this year alone.
Yeah, you have, because I'm seeing all the businesses that's coming through Appliance Boot Camp, the ones that are coming through the cell phone, and then not only that, the people that came to Appliance Boot Camp started a business, and then they actually have started other businesses with other family members. All that goes back to you too. So you had a lot of businesses that spawned from.
From the time I started this channel to now, I would say like about 100 businesses a year. Like November will make 2 years. Well, now we'll make 2 years since it's November now. So I would say like on average about 100 new businesses a year off of the content that I made. If they're telling the truth.
I think they are.
So the amount of people, but I met a lot of people that have their work shirts and their business, and people have even screenshotted me money that they made. Right. So I think at least 200 new businesses have started, and I only played a small role in it. I want you guys to know that.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Y'all did the work.
That's not true. That's not true.
Like y'all did all of the work. I just told y'all what to do. Y'all went out and made it happen, man. So, man, by the grace of God, y'all work. It's all credit to y'all, man. All credit to y'all. So we're gonna start with Mike's chat first, running through the questions, and then we're gonna get to you guys. Basically, any questions you guys have, we just wanted to give you our perspective on why is it that we don't really struggle with like not having what's the proper word? Courage,
confidence to go.
Confidence, courage as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, right? I think the school system and society beat that out of people. They keep people to keep doing what they want them to do. Especially if you keep you see the stuff now with the student loans and stuff. Man, to keep people on those student loans, I think they have to make them like that.
How were you as a student?
Was I a good student?
Like grade wise?
C's and B's. I was a C student. Like I always said, I probably could have been a straight A student or something, but I just done just enough to get by. Yeah, and that's normally what they say. Most of the time, the C students, usually the A students, can't take adversity when stuff happens to them. So if somebody's an A student, a lot of times they don't do well in life because life is going to be filled with a lot of adversity, a lot of things not going wrong. You got to compensate. If you're a C student, you used to stuff not going wrong and you got to fix stuff. So usually you can handle life better.
Yeah. As a student, I was like, we said, I just got on cross.
Just got on cross.
Yeah,
there you go.
Got on cross.
Yeah, that's me. I was a C student.
And this is from somebody that has a master's degree. Yeah. If y'all watch my old videos, y'all know that. But like even then, like whatever they said I had to make to get the degree.
That's it.
So like in high school, it was a 2.2.
Yeah.
I had like a 2.23.
Yeah.
In undergrad, it was like a 2.5. I got like a 2.5 for my associates and bachelors. In grad school, they said 3.0. My graduating GPA was a 3.01. So I was a get on cross type of student. Like I just did what I had to do to get by. You want to share what kind of student you was? You don't got to, but you.
Hey, I was pretty much the same. Yeah. I'm pretty much C student. You know what I'm saying? But I had a lot going on at the time. Yeah. But like I said, I was just a lot of positive people that pushed me along the way. And like I said, courage got me along the way.
Yeah.
And in real life now, before Mike started, in real life, Mike is a genius.
I know.
Anybody that has met Mike personally knows that Mike is the kind of guy you could be like, I've came to Mike and I said, Mike, I got an app idea, but people are charging me like crazy money to build my app. And Mike will literally just out of nowhere tell you how to write code, right? And Mike can tell you how to fix a car, how to build a house, how to fix an appliance, how to write code for an app. Like, I mean, don't think just because you see him like this, all Mike know how to do is fix your refrigerator. Like, Mike know how to do everything.
Nah, that's just because I operate within my gift. I know with me, I'm more mechanical. That's where my strong suit is, and it just depends, you know. If you was in a race between a turtle and a cheetah, most of the time you bet on the cheetah. You say the turtle is too slow; he can't outrun no cheetah. But if you put the cheetah in, that's on land. But if you were to reverse it and put the cheetah in the water, which is the turtle element, you know, a turtle could swim almost 30 miles per hour, and a cheetah can't swim no more than 2 miles per hour. So then it's a totally different race. So that's the same thing I am. I operate within my gift that I can operate in. And JT the same way. Don't let JT fool you. He's the same way. You see all the stuff he put together. All right. Mike Reed, yo, Clinton Jackson, what's good, JT? Mike, hey, how you doing?
What's up?
Double AJWS, what's up? Hey, Greg B, how you doing? Howdy, everybody. Alabama in the building. Kevin Roberts, how's the new location coming along? It's coming along good. JT Cousin has done all the demo for us. All I gotta do now, tomorrow, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna actually mock it up. I'm actually gonna go out and put where the new stations are gonna go, take my measurements and do a mock up, and then I'm gonna start framing everything up. Let's see, Greg B. We have a hard time because we've been so used to working for someone. So when we not under nobody, we feel lost. But I'm getting better. Yeah, it is. It's kind of like that movie. What was the movie with Morgan Freeman and then when they was in jail and they got so used to be Redemption or something like that, where they got out of jail and the guy had been so used to going to jail that he couldn't even use the bathroom unless somebody told him he could use it. I think that's the way we are. We got institutionalized. All right, here goes Mica Woods. Mike, went on my first call today and was wondering, since I can't work on sealed systems, should I take refrigerator calls? I diagnosed it as a compressor but couldn't fix it. Yeah, you do that. So what happened if it's a compressor, you just call back and just tell them it's a sealed system, that you don't repair sealed systems. You still get your service charge fee, and they transfer it. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, they got something going on. All right. Okay, let's see here. Here we go. But the demo's a little different. It's not really a skilled trade though. Just my opinion. You can't put nobody with no training on a CNN. Oh, he doing something else. Oh. Okay. Like they got something going on. They got.
Appreciate everybody that's watching. Hit that thumbs up button. Comment where you're watching this from. Any questions you have about the title of this video, how to have confidence in entrepreneurship, or any questions about anything, you guys know how it get after we go through our spiel. Any question for me, Mike, Cuzzo in the back, and we're just gonna kick it here for a little while and let you guys go. Yeah,
Mica Woods. Once you become an entrepreneur, jobs can sense you don't need them and they won't hire you at all. I tried and they were like, "This ain't your thing." Yeah, that's what happened. Once you start making up money, you don't need them. You got a different attitude at work too. You got a totally different attitude. There's a lot of networking going on. That's good, man. Y'all got a lot of networking going on inside the chat.
Cool. All right, and if you're just now checking in, I'll put the link again in my live chat so you guys can find it. It's also at the beginning of the live chat if you want to scroll to the top. But the dryer vent cleaning course is out now. Link to it is at the top of my live chat and now also in the live chat.
Okay, right here. How to charge people that do a dryer vent? Cash? Do I need to get a credit card reader or something? Do we clean it first, then get the money from them, or do they pay up front? What you're gonna do? You need to get the Square app on your phone so you can actually take debit and credit cards, and you're gonna take checks and cash. Do you get the money up front? No, you tell them the price, and if they call you and you know you come to do the job, they're gonna pay you. I think a lot of times, I hate to say it, but sometimes we can I say hood mentality? I think it's a hood mentality. You think you're gonna do the work and they're gonna stiff you on the pay.
Has somebody ever not paid you
Nah, I never had nobody not pay.
in 20 years?
And 20 years, I never had nobody not pay me. Now I had somebody write me a bad check before, but when somebody writes you a bad check, you whatchamacall, they used to give you the actual check back, but now they just give you a printout. They give you an email with a digital picture of it. Just print that out and go to their bank every Friday because most of the time that's when they get paid on Friday. You might not catch them the first time, but you keep going to the bank first thing on Friday morning. You're gonna catch them, and it's a funny thing when you catch them and you get the money, they get mad at you.
So you don't even need them no more. You can just take that printout.
Yeah, just take it right to the bank.
And whenever they do have money, they're gonna make the check.
Right, the bank gonna make it good. The bank gonna make it good, and then you're gonna get a call from them say, "Hey man, I needed that money to pay my bills." And what I always tell them, I turn it over to my collection officer, and they collect it. Man, I didn't know that. That's what I do with all my checks. Because what they're gonna do, they're gonna say, "Hey man, I needed that money. That was my rent money. My rent is not due. Can I pay you half?" Or I said, "I ain't got no control over it now. They already took it. I sold it." So, but that's what I tell them. But yeah, you'll get your money. Might be a month or two, but just keep going to the banks. As a matter of fact, I used to.
So you stopped taking checks?
People don't write checks as much now. Everybody now do debit cards and with Square and stuff.
So you can avoid that.
You avoid it. Not many people have checks. The newer generation don't even know how to write a check. They give you the checkbook and they tell you to fill it out. But if you get a check, just keep going to the banks first thing on Friday mornings because a lot of times they get direct deposit. Now you got to beat the girlfriend there because they might be at work and the girlfriend going there. But you be there as soon as they open, you'll get your money. You wait till 5 o'clock when they get off, you ain't gonna get no money. All right, here go Dragon Queen. Been doing drive-in cleaning for 3 months now. Thanks to you guys. Way to go, Dragon Vent. Dragon Girl, appreciate that. All right. Cell phone class. Where do you get the cell phone class for Ontario?
You can go to techconnectncllc.com for the live event, or if you want to take the online one, it's in Hustle Academy.
Okay. All right, so they still networking, so you can go to yours.
All right, so appreciate all 46 people that's watching on my channel. Hit the thumbs up button, comment where you're watching this from. Any questions you have about anything, drop it in there. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Keep up the good work. Shout out to New York, Indianapolis, Youngstown, Ohio, Baton Rouge, Conway, South Carolina, Baltimore, Dayton, Ohio again, Springfield, Missouri, Dallas, Texas, Greenville, Orlando. All right, share this video if you think it can help anybody. Appreciate you saying that. BK from the Rockies. Good evening, brothers. How the bubblegum machine going, Mike from Milkman?
They're going good. Matter of fact, I gotta go swap them out. So I went there the other day. The bubblegum is still doing okay, but the M&Ms are a little low. So I'll probably right now we just been so busy with the new buildings, I ain't been out there. So I'll probably go out there in the next week or so to get them.
All right. Lisa says, I totally agree. Corporate America is definitely lacking security. My last real job was working for Warren Buffett's company, Berkshire Hathaway, as many of you guys know. But the company makes a lot of money and they don't mind paying you well. But you're exactly right. There wasn't that much job security. I think every 6 months to a year, you had to move. And if you didn't move, you got fired. So, I mean, you got more money every time you move too. But it's like there wasn't any job security. So if you like the city, you couldn't say I'm going to stay here. Well, I mean, you could say I'm going to stay here, but you can't say I'm going to stay here and work this job. That's just how it went. So, and I know your job may not be like that where it makes you move every 6 months to a year, but definitely a lot of people I know in different corporate America jobs, it's always something. And that's why I tell people that I do understand that not everybody is going to start a business and quit their job. But I do want you to understand that you're only an asset until you're not, if you're working for anybody but yourself. So at least start a side hustle. I think everybody should have at least 2 income streams because maybe you love your job, you doing right by them, they're doing right by you. But there may come a day where for whatever reason, that's not the case. Even if you retire, because lots of times, most people I know that retire the traditional way, you take a pay cut. You don't get the same thing in retirement that you got every 2 weeks working that job. So if your lifestyle was dependent on what you made every 2 weeks and now you retired, now you in trouble. So I try to tell everybody to just know that you're just an asset until you're not. even if it does seem like that company loves you, still have at least 2 income streams at all times.
Yeah,
You
and
know what I'm saying?
unfortunately, this is supposed to be some of the best time of the year. The end of this quarter, the end of the year. But unfortunately, this is the time most people get laid off. More people lose their job in November and December because what happened, all the work has gotten done, and they're gonna get their budget for next year, and they're gonna actually start cutting people. So unfortunately, Christmas time and the holidays supposedly be the best time, but it's also the time when most people get laid off. That's why I always got laid off when I got laid off till Christmas.
Man, that's sucks.
It messed your whole Christmas up because they done it. They would do it. They done it. It happened to me twice. They done it right before you go on Christmas break. They tell you when you come back, you ain't got no job.
Man.
Yeah.
Watching you guys has encouraged me to generate alternate streams of income. Shout out to you, Lisa, for that, man. Always, man. It's by the grace of God and you putting in the hard work, man. I'm just a messenger. JC just wondering what area and price range did you get the 14 acres of land for? So I got them in the Carolinas, and my wooden bid was $12,000. So 14 acres, I bid $12,000, and I'll talk more about it. I'll talk more about it once I get it in my daughter's name. How about that? Well, her business name. But yeah, that's how it went down. JT, you're a great teacher, inspiring leader, bro. You help so many people advance. Appreciate that, man. I'm just a messenger, man. I tell everybody, man, that it's all success. I believe mine and everybody else's. It's just by the grace of God and your hard work. And if you start thinking that way, then nobody can ever take it away from you. So if you think that you're successful because of me, then if I can make you feel like I'm the reason you're successful, then I can make you feel like you're not successful as well. So don't give me or anybody else that power. So I just always say it's by the grace of God and you putting in the hard work, because it's somebody that just watched the videos and hasn't done anything and they haven't made any money. So it wasn't just because you watched the videos. It was by the grace of God and by you putting in the hard work. You want to jump back over there before I keep going?
Like we got a lot of networking going on, which is good in the chat now. Let's see. Let's see. Like we still got networking going on, so we're good.
All right. Would it be proper to call the courier contractors to ask the questions you suggested, or would in person be more accepted by them? I personally recommend, if you can go in person, only because it's not like it's a bad thing if you call on the phone, but you got to think about it. 99% of people are going to call on the phone because they're going to have multiple courier companies that they're trying to contact with, which is the way to do it. And that's the way that I personally recommend for you to do it. However, it's easy for you to be forgotten if you're just the 17th call of the day out of 30 people who call asking about routes. Now, if it's not possible, just call them, have a conversation with them. But if you can, it does make you more memorable. So at least try to go to the contracts you really want. At least try to go out there, show face. Even if you don't have a van, you just tell them I was in the area. I'm interested in this contract. So you say you in the area. That's why you just showed up in your regular vehicle. and I just want to know about this contract and just go through the whole spiel then. And that way it's not awkward that, okay, you want a contract that pays you $1,000, $2,000 a week, but you showed up in a two-door car. So because I personally recommend that you don't invest in the equipment until you already got a contract lined up, if at all possible. This is very motivating. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you for tuning in. JT and Mike gave me confidence to go forward and realize we deserve to get paid and dream for better things for myself, family, and friends. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. What's up, JT? What's up, Magnolia Boys? Shawshank Redemption.
There you go. Yeah,
movie.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Man, if we was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, man, we got some good nights. A lot of people said it.
Yeah.
Don't let my man in the back fool you. He's no slouch. He's a beast with his demolition skills. That's Gerard.
Yeah.
That was Gerard that was there, man.
Appreciate that, Gerard.
Yeah, man. I need some more road shirts, Gerard. How much LLC insurance should I get for appliance repair business?
Same thing as JT just said. Don't go get any insurance until you actually get a contract. Once you get the contract, they'll tell you what their limits are and how their names need to be listed. Then you go get your insurance. Don't go spend no money on insurance until you get a contract in hand.
Cool. Shout out to Chester in Atlanta. New Orleans is in the building. Let me see. I was not great in school while in the military taking college courses. I excel. That's dope. What's up from Coggiesville, Maryland? Found y'all very inspiring. I appreciate everything. I was wondering when starting out, how do you balance your home life and starting being entrepreneur like? I'm gonna throw it to you, Mike, because you had a wife, you had a kid, and you were a new entrepreneur.
New entrepreneur, wife, kid, a new house. Just built a house, and
you didn't lose your wife.
I didn't lose my wife. Didn't lose my house, and
bills got paid.
My kids got fed.
How did you do that?
When I was first starting off, I was just in survival mode. So I worked all the time, all hours and everything. But now, as a more seasoned entrepreneur, if you go over to my channel, I have a 5 banking account method. So sometimes within your entrepreneur life, you're gonna have to be grinding. Matter of fact, you probably heard me talk to my wife earlier tonight. She was asking me what time I was coming in, and I told her, I said it's gonna be late. And I was telling her, I said from now to the end of the year, I'm gonna be grinding, so I'm not gonna be around much. So if you listen to my 5 banking account system, what I do, I have a profit account where I save 10% of whatever I make throughout the whole quarter. So at the end of the quarter, whatever money we got saved up, we'll take half of that and do something nice and go on vacation, or she can buy something for the house or whatever you want to do. So if you do that, then they have a lot more patience with you being an entrepreneur, because a lot of times, if you see we out here late at night, I tell people to come to Appliance Boot Camp. Your business become like your side chick, because you're gonna be spending a lot of time on your business and working on it. So you gotta make sure that your family and stuff get compensated for that time you're away. So it's not gonna be I'm not gonna be grinding like this all the time, but for the next 3 months I am, and then after that I have a slowdown period, and I can pour more back into my family.
Cool, Mike. Let's jump over there too. I think I see a couple new questions.
Okay, let's see what we got. All right.
And we're gonna jump back and forth, you guys. So if you have a question, put it in the chat. We're gonna get to you.
Okay.
Smash that like button.
Okay, here we go. Fight Club. I've ordered the original Appliance Blue Book. It hasn't come, and I need the industry job code for several jobs. Is there an alternate method to get the job code? If you're gonna get it from the Appliance Blue Book, that's where you're gonna have to get it from. You can get the online versions, and you can have that tonight. But if you're gonna get that, you have to go to the Appliance Blue Book. All right. Okay. Let's see. Kurt, side hustle is scripture. Yeah, it is. Sow your seed in the morning and do not be idle in the evening, for you do not know whether morning or evening sowing will succeed. Okay, there you go. All right. Let's see. He's doing some more networking. Mike T, have your alumni been doing well? They're all suffering. Oh God, they're doing very well.
And just to address that question, we have been getting a lot of positive feedback from all the alumni, whether they were take the class online or came face to face. But as far as saying, are all of them self-employed? One, we don't know, because there is no obligation to come back. Just like there is no obligation if you watch any of our YouTube videos and go make money, you have to come back and tell us that you did it. And realistically, there is no such thing as a 100% conversion rate. Like, for example, if you went to school, all of us learned how to read. That's like a universal curriculum. But there are a lot of people who don't read on a daily basis. So just because somebody was exposed to something one time, you can't expect that they would 100% of the time do what they were exposed to. But from the feedback that we have been getting back, everybody has been doing well. Nobody has came back and said that it hasn't worked. I wasn't able to fix appliances or fix cell phones or do anything that they learned from off the channel, a live event, of course, however they consumed it. But I wanted to emphasize that just to be realistic, because that's just how it is. Like, I think sometimes people think that if 10 people walk in your storefront, you're supposed to make 10 sales, 1 per person. And that kind of makes you get discouraged if that doesn't happen. But when you really think about it in a realistic way, you're not really giving yourself a fair chance, right? There is no such thing as a 100% conversion rate. Every day is not a sunny day, but we have been getting positive feedback on everything that we've been putting out there so far. So
like JT said, we don't get 100% because we never get 100%. But people that do come back, I hear from them today. Matter of fact, this week I tell you two phone calls just that pop into my head today. One of the guys who came to the Appliance Boot Camp, he's in Atlanta. He owned a trucking company. I hadn't heard from him in months, and he called today and just had one quick question, and he told me he's doing well at it. So he was doing his service calls, and he already quit trucking. So I heard from him. I hadn't heard from him in a couple of months. He was kind of surprised I still remembered who he was. And then I got a phone call earlier this week, about the middle of the week. This was from a father. This wasn't from our alumni, but this was from one of the alumni fathers. Matter of fact, two of his sons came to the Appliance Boot Camp, and he called and told me how proud he was of both his sons, how well they were doing in their business, and how much work they had. Said the only problem they have, they got too much work, they can't do it all. And the father called and said that he saw what it had done and how it changed his son's life. That now the father wants to come to the Appliance Boot Camp. So as the father now is going to come to the Appliance Boot Camp. He has two sons there in Florida, and he called and we talked for a while, and he said he couldn't believe the change that happened with his sons, and how their business was doing. And he told me how well of a product we had, and that he wanted to come. So he's going to be coming to the Appliance Boot Camp after seeing his two sons come through. And I think also in here, we got here we go. We got Fight Club. Here we go. We got Fight Club, I think it is. No, Mike T. No, let's see. No, Fight Club coming down here. Fight Club said, as a ABC alumni, I'm swamped with work. So there you go. He's swamped with work.
He said that was his dad that called.
Oh, that was his dad?
Yeah, that was his dad.
Oh, okay. How you doing, Fight Club? All right, man. Thanks. Yeah, I talked to your dad. Oh man, yeah. That conversation was it very moved me. He's very proud of you and your brother. I want to let you know that he's very proud of you and your brother. And Shaman 05 line, can you do all of your services under one LLC, or should you do one LLC for appliances, cell phone, driving, and clean? Like I tell people, when you start doing these services, when you go online and you create your LLC, you put down appliance repair, people know you repair appliances. If you put down appliance repair and you want to get people to call you for cell phones, they don't know you repair cell phones. They only know that you repair appliances. So you want to make it easy for people to actually do business with you. You don't want people to be guessing what you do. So if you want to do appliance repair, make your business say something that says you do appliance repair. If you're going to do cell phones, make your business tell people that you do cell phones. They shouldn't have to guess what you do.
And also legally, it kind of protects you if you separate everything on that. So jumping back over here, shout out to Colorado, Minnesota. Mike, would you think there is still money to be made in billboards?
In billboards?
Yeah, right here.
I don't know. I've never done billboards. I don't know. You have to ask somebody who done billboards. Yeah. I never done anything with billboards.
Personally, I think that maybe digitally you'll do better than if you had like the old school ones. As far as like, I don't know if you're asking about is it money to be made if you market through billboards or if you own the actual billboard. So I would say if you're talking about owning the actual billboard, I think that digital billboards will make you more money than the vinyl or whatever they use on the traditional ones. But if I'm mistaken, you could put it down and we'll go from there. Did you purchase a route or start fresh with the bubblegum machines, Mike?
No, I just start fresh. I go to businesses that I patronize. So if I'm going to the parts house and I'm spending a couple of $100 every other day.
And that answers your question too, Lisa Ward.
Yeah.
He was just saying, how do I start a bubblegum machine?
Yeah, just buy your bubblegum machine. Go on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. You can buy one for $30, $40. And then places that you frequent and you do business with. So if I'm going to the parts house and I'm spending a couple of $100 every other day there, they're not going to be mad because I asked to put a 25-cent bubblegum machine there. If you go into your your beautician and you spending $50 there, or you go into the nail salon, you spending $50 every other week out there, and you ask them, can you put a quarter bubblegum machine out there? they ask you what it's for. Just I tell them I'm doing it for a college fund to help kids go to school, scholarship fund. I don't tell them it's my kids that's getting they're getting the scholarships, but that's what you do. Just put it out there and never count the money in front of them. Always go to your car or something and count the money, and they'll let you put quarter machine, bubblegum machine out there because people think there's no money to be made in them.
All right. Robert says men don't work for another man. Thanks, Mike. Words to live by. That's some of the pep talk Mike be giving them when you come to the live event.
Yeah.
JT, what happened with the laundromat business?
He's still looking. The prices are still coming down.
Oh, Mike. Okay,
it's still coming down.
Okay, so with the laundromat business, I'm thinking about. Hey, this chair just broke. Like I'm gonna keep it real, like on live. Like so, that's why I keep laughing. But with the price keeps coming down, and I'm thinking about putting in like a super low ball offer. But I want to make it so it's like pretty much here's my offer. It expires today, and see if they jump on it and just let me go pull all the machines out that day. So the link to it is underneath the videos too. So. I mean, if y'all buy it before me, y'all buy it before me. But if y'all don't buy it, I'm going to put in an offer. I'm going to say that. Same way I'm talking about the 14 acres. I won the bid on that by putting in the offer. So I'm going to just say, I'm going to put in the offer. It's up to him or her. I don't know what gender the owner is to take it. And we'll go from there. 2+ income streams for sure. Yes, you both are inspiring. Appreciate that. Cheryl, Carl Adams. Cheryl's an alumni and a female that came to Appliance Boot Camp. If anybody was ever wondering if females come, can females do it? So Carl Adams is Miss Cheryl Adams out of Florida that does that. Let me see. Was it flat land or wooded? Did you have to have an auction license to buy the land? It's both. You got some flat land and it got some wooded area. And no, you don't. You didn't have to have an auction license to buy the land. It was a cash auction though. So I said it in the video, but a lot of people missed it. And they think that I just walk around with cash every day. Like I got receipt paper and I got nothing on me. So it was a cash auction. You had to have the cash that day. So that's all it was. But you didn't need an auction license or anything like that. So that's all it was. Getting insurance on your vehicle. What would be the average minimum? Okay, if you're talking about the courier service. With a third-party company, the minimum is around a $300,000 policy. It's not that expensive. What about if appliance repair?
It's gonna depend on who you're getting your contract with. Your contract will tell you what you need to have.
Okay. All right. How to market yourself more when you are already occupied with one account that's keeping you busy. Skill trade that is.
With that, you have to duplicate yourself. If you want to do more work. You can actually bring in another technician if you want to do that way, or if you totally booked up and you got too much work, now's the time you can go up on your prices. You go up on your prices and that'll run off some of your lower tier customers, but it'll allow you to make more money and do less work. And you can also start to shrink your service area where if you got too much work, you can actually bring your service area in so you don't have to be having so much windshield time. So that's what I normally do. If I get to a point where I'm making too much money, I'm not too much money. I got too much work. I can either bring in another tech, but most of the time now, I just either go up on my prices or shrink.
All right. Let me see. Shout out to the demolition guy.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, can women do the dryer vent business?
Oh yeah, it's ideal for a woman. It's if you saw the other live feed that I might have done on my channel, we had a young lady who was just curious, and she just asked 6 people random, could she clean a dryer vent, and they told her all 6 said yes. So that's $600 that she made.
All right. J Real says no checks. Right. So, as a business owner, how do you pay yourself and keep the business floating?
I have a video that I've done. It goes real in depth in that, called the 5 banking accounts. With that, you have to allocate your funds so that you can have enough money to actually start paying yourself, just like your job pay you, and it can pay you on a steady basis. It's not one of these things like a lot of entrepreneurs when we go into business, and sometimes when things are doing really good, we making a lot of money and we got money coming in all the time. But then when we hit that cycle where things start to slow down, we don't have any money. I show you how to structure your money so you can actually replace your actual. If you work in a job, you can actually replace your paycheck and you have a steady income coming in all the time.
All right. Ms. Knight says, I can use your advice. I'm on disability. I wanted to go into my own business, but I can use some direction. All right. So let's talk about it here, right? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I get swamped with emails to the point where I give out Mike's email now. So I'm gonna just be the best way to contact me is either in the live stream or on social media. Because that's where the attention is, and I just go to where my customers are. So honestly, email is not the greatest way to reach me. But unless you're in Hustle Academy, because that goes somewhere else if you contact me through that or Patreon. But if you do have a disability, let's talk about it here. Pretty much, I don't know the nature of your disability to say what you can or can't do, and you don't have to share it publicly. But if you don't mind, for the benefit of other people that may want to start a business, feel free to do it. If not, you can reach me. I'm JT Hustles on Facebook, Instagram, and everywhere else. But for example, when I started my courier service 5 years ago, Cuzzo was one of the guys. I moved up from Maryland, from South Carolina. He moved in with me, and how much I was working, y'all boys?
Boy, 14 hours a day, and we was on it every day. The only day we really had off was really Sunday. And that Sunday come around so fast, you wake up at 4:30, be right back again, and you right back at it again. But it was a good thing to do though. After a while, your body will get adjusted to after a while. But 4:30 is pretty early in the morning.
Yeah, that's what time we start. And disclaimer: I'm not telling you to hire nobody and work them from 4:30 in the morning to 14 hours a day. I was a brand new entrepreneur. I apologize to my cousin years ago and the people that worked for me years ago. I didn't know. What I did know is that I was getting money and I was scared to stop working, so I ain't turned down nothing. We did everything back then. So, but the whole point of the matter, the reason why I had him tell you firsthand is because any business can be automated. So you can hire people and have them do different stuff for you. So if you do have a disability that limits you physically, maybe you can just be more in a managerial role. If you can do some parts of the business physically, I will encourage you to do what you can physically, only because I want you to be as well versed in the business as possible. So that way nobody can ever take advantage of you. So it's one thing for me to hire my cousin and make him run 14 hours a day doing a courier route. But if I don't know how long that route is, I don't know how hard that is to do deliveries and installs and dealing with the people that we had that was in like, what was the first area? Just say the city.
I know it was in Maryland though.
I can't think of the name of the area, but we had like the very first stop on that route was just some Bowie, Maryland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had to stop in Bowie, Maryland every morning. That the people there was so difficult to work with. But it's like, but if you never did the business yourself, you wouldn't know. And you'll say, I just give somebody a couple dollars and don't know that you putting them through the ringer every single day. They start their morning dealing with, those kind of people, right? You want to jump over there again?
Okay. Yeah, we can.
Keep bouncing back and forth.
All right.
So if you still got questions, put it in the chat. We're gonna alternate back and forth between Mike and mine.
Okay. All right. W Pearson 04. Mike just logged on. How do I do the drive-in course work? I put the link into the chat. If you click on that link, it'll take you to Teachable, and you can actually get the course. And what I try to do, I try to make the course price so that you can actually get the course and get your materials and be up in business with less than $500. So that's what I wanted to do, and I was able to do that. So if you go there, you can get started. All right, Ure on fire. Do your subs do warranty work under your name? Meaning you sign with the warranty companies and you send your subs to do the work. Yeah, some of them I do that. Most of the time though, I do mainly COD calls. But sometimes I might have some subs that might go do some third-party warranty for me. All right. Carolina West. She said she just bought the drive-in course, but she can't get the video to play.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. It just let her download the flyer. I don't know. I put my email address in there. If you email me, what I do as soon as we, yeah. As soon as, if it's an issue, as soon as we get off the live feed, we'll take a look at it and see what's going on. We just it just uploaded maybe a couple of minutes before we went on. So I don't know if it's something going on their end or if it's something going on our end, but we'll take a look at it as soon as we get off the live feed. All right. And they still networking in there. And thank y'all. I've got 43 people watching. I really appreciate that.
All right. Magnolia Boy says I'm an independent courier. JT making $120 a day, 8-hour shift, trying to scale it, bro. Any suggestions? Thanks, bro. I would say that one, my independent courier service from the beginning, we was like, I call it a trifecta in that we did independent courier work, we did expediting work, we was a moving company. I don't know if you're a one-person operation, so maybe scaling the business, like self-driving cars may be coming soon on the commercial side, but I know right now it's not feasible. So if you're a one-person operation, I would say just keep researching for other routes that pay more money. But if you are ready to expand, then I would say save up enough money, let your business pay for you to have enough money to get another vehicle and to get another employee. And that's how most transportation companies scale. So you will have to spread your wings and say, okay, if I got a cargo van now, can I save up enough money to get a box truck? And now I can either put the box truck on the route with somebody, and I can do moving services on the weekend too. And I always recommend people, if you want to start off with a smaller piece of commercial equipment to do moving jobs, then say that you're going to do commercial moving, right? Commercial moving when you do your advertising. Because if you think about it, most office buildings have smaller pieces of furniture that you could fit in like a 10-foot box truck, small cargo van if it disassembles. Whereas if you say you just doing moving, somebody gonna call you with a house and they're gonna have a king size bed and dressers and all this stuff that you can't fit unless you do have a bigger truck. So that's what I recommend. Also, if anybody needs one-on-one help, I'm doing phone consultations. That's when I really dive deep into your particular situation and do research beforehand, and then actually try to tell you, you know what I mean, what personally I think you should do in your area with your situation. But just off top, that's just my recommendations without knowing specifically what's going on in your area and all the opportunities that are there. Are you coming to Atlanta to do any workshops? Yes. Next year, Mike is going to start doing investment group training, and we're going to be coming to a lot of different places. Atlanta is one of the first places we're going to come as well. So get your investment group together. When I say your investment group, get some like-minded individuals. I don't care if they're family members, friends, or whoever, but anybody that you think is on the same type of time as you, and they want to do something significant, but you all don't have an astronomical amount of money. You all got a couple of dollars, and you want to know what can we all do with our couple of dollars to make 6 figures or more, right? So, and Mike is going to tell you the game, and you're going to be successful just like P1322. What's going on, JT? What's up? One Shot Game Show. Any workshops scheduled for the Colorado area? So yeah, we're going to start on Instagram. I already made a list because we asked where should we go. So if you don't have an Instagram and you want to be an entrepreneur, you should get Instagram because that's where your customers are. And that's for the people that say, I don't have Instagram, right? You don't got to be on it sharing pictures of your baby and your house and your dog. But if your customers are there and it's free to be there, you should be there as well. But if you go on Instagram, I have made that post. And you can comment underneath that post, and we'll put you on the list if there's enough interest for you to come start leveraging group economics. What's good, fellas? Rodney from Detroit. Shout out to Detroit. What's up with the food truck thing? Again, that was always an idea that I want to do with my brother. My brother is the cook, and I can't move any faster than him. So he knows that I'm willing to play the bank. But you know what I mean? It's really up to him if we're going to move forward on that. Or not. So if not, it doesn't happen. But ideally, I really want to do it. I know it'll work. But you guys know I'm all about multiple streams of income, and I'll be the first one to tell you that sometimes it takes a team, right? And especially with the things that I want to do, it takes a team. So it's a good idea. I have a good concept, but if my chef don't want to come to work, then we ain't gonna have no food truck unless y'all want me to cook it. And we have oodles and noodles and hot pockets and hamburger helpers. I already have a business idea. Just want to know the best way to successfully get it started.
Uh, what's your business idea?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
I think that like that brings up like a good point to make. I think that a lot of people are worried to share their business idea because they think that people are going to like steal it. Like, so, and I'm not saying that it has never happened before.
Right.
So I'm not trying to downplay you. I'm sure that it has happened in the past. But honestly, do you want to speak on it? Why you not worried about? Because me personally, I just come from a place of abundance. So I got a short answer. So Mike will probably give you a better answer. Because I'm like, I'm telling you guys this laundromat deal.
Right, nobody got it.
I gave you guys the link underneath the video. The price is dropping and the listing is still up. So I'm like, man. So nobody bought it yet. And I did the videos at 12,000. Now it's at 11,000. I'm gonna offer them way less than that. But I really just believe that there is no like, if I miss out on this opportunity, I'm never ever gonna have another opportunity to be great, right? That's not an excuse for you to be lazy or to procrastinate. But I do feel like if I got a good idea and I share it and somebody else does it, I think that means it's a good business, right? So real estate is a good business, and there's a lot of people doing it. Appliance repair, being a courier, fixing cell phones, about to get in the demo, like, right? So I think that if you have a good business idea, that even if you don't tell anybody and you're the first one to do it, if it's a good business, other people are gonna do it, right? Like Uber was the leader in what it was doing, but Lyft still exists, right? So I don't think that. And I may be wrong, but I'm gonna let you speak on it.
Yeah, that's the thing. This whole YouTube, the whole YouTube show that we're doing today is because of that exact thing. People don't have the confidence to go out there and do it. You don't have to worry about nobody taking your idea. And then if you do something and other people do start to come on and do it, it's good, because what happened, that's going to force you to be better at it. That's going to force you to they're going to give the actual customers a better product. For instance, JT and I started doing the appliance school and started doing the appliance stuff online. And now you see a lot more people are coming online. You see a lot more channels popping up. You see a lot more schools starting to pop up. And when those schools pop up, everybody's getting better and better, and people are putting more and more money into their product, and it's giving y'all a better product. The prices now are starting to come down to where it's more affordable for the customers. So you want competition to keep you honest and to make sure that customers are getting what's fair for them. But as far as somebody taking your idea and running with it, no, it's too much work. They ain't gonna do it. They're not. It's just too much work.
And if you feel like you're alone, Miss Knight, let me tell you. So I'm going to get 14 acres. I'm going to put paintball fields and airsoft fields on it. It's going to be fantastic. I'm going to do agriculture on the backside, and I might put a small house on there for me to personally live on or have as a residential property. And that's what I'm doing there. I'm going to start a pest control service with probably having one of my cousins invest with me. I'm investing in another one of my cousins to get his license to be able to fix cars and help him open up a shop. I'm going to help my cousin that you see right here. If he decides to do a demo business, I'm going to help him fund that. If he wants to do something else, I'm going to fund that. So there's a lot of different businesses that I'm going to do, and I don't mind sharing with anybody, what they are. So, and if anybody out here says that, hey, that's a good idea, I'm going to do it too, that's fine. And also that laundromat that you guys have the link for, if nobody, if it's still up there Monday, I'm gonna make an offer, right? Worst thing he could say is no. So I'm gonna make an offer on Monday and see if he or she says yes or no on it. You got anything new over there before we keep going?
Okay, let me see what we got. Got some new stuff. All right.
Shalom, Bill Gates, auction driver. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So they got some networking going on. I think that's still networking. Yeah, they still networking there. Shaman 05 line. Do you have any students from New Jersey? Yes, we have people who came from New Jersey
to the live event.
Yeah.
And there's almost 700 students in Hustle Academy online. Now, not everybody is taking Appliance Bootcamp, of course, but We got a free course there. We got several other courses there, and some people are just there. Like, but we have over 700 students in the course, and new courses will be added. This dryer vent cleaning course though is on Mike's Teachable, so that's not in Hustle Academy.
Yeah. Other thing, Greg B. They say companies will pay faster if they get a percentage of your pay. Yeah, if you want to get paid in 2 to 3 days, a lot of times they tell you if you give them a 2% or 1% discount, they'll give you your checks faster. TR7000. Yo, Mike, I have a 26-foot box truck and need to know the best way to use it. Please help. Depending on what you want to, there's plenty of things you can do with it. If you talk about in the appliance field, you can actually get you a crew together and start doing deliveries and installs for like Sears and Best Buy and GE and Whirlpool. You can go to them and do that.
My question is, why do you have a 26-foot box truck if you don't know?
You don't know what to do with it. Yeah, you just don't. That's not something you just go out and buy. Now let's just say I'm going to buy a 26-foot box truck. All right, Greg B. JT, can you do a video editing tutorial? I stopped making YouTube videos because I couldn't edit my video to make them look nice. Yeah, hey, tell me about it, Greg B. That editing videos, I told him I'd much rather just shoot it live and be done with it. Yeah. All right, let's see. Let's see what they got. Oh, TR, he said he tried putting it out there, had too many insurance claims. Yeah, if you got too many insurance claims with your workers, that tells me that you didn't have a proper way, have proper procedures and policies to tell them how to actually install it. You got to do better training and better showing better training of your actual installers. And what I normally do, just don't pull anybody off the streets. If you're going to do an installs and deliveries, if you go to the warehouse, if you've done that, you know that the best crews get to leave first thing in the morning. So you get there first thing in the morning, and most of the people go to the same gas station to actually get their gas, and the crews stop at the same places to eat and all that. So I would go just set out the warehouse and see who was the first crew to leave. And the first crew to leave, that's who I went after. And that's who I put in my truck. I will offer them more money or better, some better benefits or something to get him out of their truck to put them in mine. And that's how I got most of my crews, delivery crews. I let the bigger companies train them and get them up and going. And if I see who the best crew was, I went and got them. All right. Randy R. Do you name the dry vent cleaning business example? Johnny dry vent cleaning, or you recommend something else? If all you're gonna do is dry vent cleaning, I would probably do something like that. Make people know that I'm doing dry vent cleaning. If you're gonna be doing dry vent cleaning and appliance repair, I would do something to combine the two. And a lot of times, like I say, if you're doing appliance repair, dry vent cleaning is an add-on you can add. Most of the time, what happens with you most of the time have to choose either or. You're gonna have so much work in appliance repair. You won't have time for dry vent, and if you're gonna do a lot of marketing of your dry vent, you're not gonna have much time for appliance repair. If you was on the channel last week, we had a guy who went out and he got to do 800 apartments. He went out and got a contract. Never cleaned not one dry vent before in his life, but he just listened to what we put out here on the YouTube channel, looked at the videos I had, and he went out and got contract to do 800 apartments, and he's going to make $72,000 in right at 6 months. So if you're going to do that, you don't have much time doing the appliance repair. That's a full-time job now, and he gonna make that in less than 6 months. And he got time to go out and find another one where he can make $150,000 this year just cleaning dry vents.
All right, I'm gonna jump back over here. You should definitely use a few of those acres to build you a nice homestead in the country. Well, honestly, you guys, like, I bought that land in the LLC that I have for my daughter. She actually has an online Macari store. I told you guys that for reselling stuff. And I didn't really know if I was going to get something or not. So I didn't go out and make her a new LLC because I was like, I want something, but I didn't know if I was going to get what I wanted or not. So I think my first thing is once everything is finalized, put that separately. And now I've been talking about putting it in the trust. So we're gonna go ahead and get everything situated like that first. And then definitely, yeah, I do want to use it. Like I said, I want to use it for agriculture. I want to put a small little house there. and I want to do my paintball and airsoft fields out there. Really just something fun that's gonna make money, and ultimately just have it doing something positive. And then my daughter will do whatever it is that she wants to do with it when I turn it over to her. What's the best health insurance for a business owner?
Say the best health insurance for business. Matter of fact, I was gonna do a video on that. I don't know because I get my health insurance free. Fortunately, I do what I call consulting work for a couple of companies, and in order for me to do their consulting work, I have them put me on their health insurance, so I get mine free of charge. But this time, one of the companies that I do it for, they actually sold my contract to another company. So this time, which was this past week, matter of fact, the 6th, yesterday was the last day to enroll. With this company, they only give you like 3 or 4 days to actually enroll into their health insurance plan. And then once you enroll, I got to see how much people are paying for that health insurance. And I looked at it. I don't see how, I don't know, maybe I hadn't paid for insurance in years, but I looked at it. It was like $590 every 2 weeks. So it's about $1,100, $1,200 just for health insurance. Is that's what people, I was going to ask y'all, are y'all paying that much at y'all job for health insurance? Cause that's I look that's they're gonna give me a 1099. They're gonna add that to the money that they give me, and then on top of that, because my wife actually went back to work, and I'm gonna tell her she might have to quit her job because what happened? They asked me. They said, "Well, do your spouse have health insurance at her job?" I said, "Yeah, they give her health insurance." So now I got to pay $100 a month penalty for her having a job to have health insurance.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, so they want her to pay health insurance, but we get it free. So now they're making me pay a $100 per month penalty. So I'm gonna tell her you have to quit that job. It's costing me now. But so I want to know, is that a going rate people are paying now for health insurance?
Yeah. And beyond that too, you guys, I was trying to get enough people to let me know, but I guess it might have been too personal of a question. But I was asking not just health insurance, but all benefits that you have at a job. I wanted to hear from you guys. What are they? How much you pay for them? What's your copay, deductible, monthly payment? So we could do an actual breakdown of it and give you guys other options. So I would recommend that if you want to do that, comment that below this video and not necessarily in the live chat, because sometimes I have access to the live chat after the upload. Sometimes I don't. I mean, YouTube is kind of funny like that sometimes. So if you put it in the comment section, though, I'll be able to see it. Not necessarily if you put it in the live chat, because as I go through everything in the live chat, if I need to revisit it later on, I might not have access to it. So if you care to share the benefits you have on your job, put it down in the comment section. What benefits you have, how much is coming out of your check every month, what's your copay, deductible, what does it cover, everything like from health insurance, dental, retirement, whatever, and what you're getting for it. And that way we can like look at it and make an actual breakdown to hopefully help somebody, because I know for some people that's what's preventing you from taking that leap, because you're worried about it. I know we talked about it different ways on how you could pass the cost to your customers, which is what all entrepreneurs do regardless of the cost. But I think we can give you a better answer if we have details and have time to actually look into it, to give you the most personalized help we can for the most of you guys. JC, we got your road shirts.
Yeah. Also, I want to add, if you whatever business you're in, like we have USA for appliance repair business owners, you can join your trade organization and you can go in then and get it at a discounted group rate. I'm going to actually look and see how much USA is charging. If USA is cheaper than what they're going to give me a 1099 for, I might just tell them give me the cash and I just go buy my own health insurance. Because if you're working for health insurance and you paying $1,200 a month, that ain't worth it. Then the deductible was like $7,000. You had to pay $7,000 before they paid anything. So I'm gonna tell them, hey, give me my cash. That's what I'm gonna tell them.
Divine Reed, what's up, JT? You got your shirts on deck, whatever shirts you need. So what's up, D and Gerard are the people that come and make your shirts if you come to Appliance Boot Camp. If you start with warranty companies, which is what Mike recommends that you do, they are going to want to see that you have work shirts, car magnets, basically just look legit, right? Little stuff like that. So they do an excellent job of, if you come to an event and you know your business name, and if you got a logo, and if you can send your sizes in advance when you register, you can actually leave here with everything you need. All you got to do is go back home and start working, which is more in the direction that we're going in with everything that we're trying to build around here. So we want it to be, you come here, you get the training, you leave with everything you need. So all you got to do is go home and start making money, right? Start hustling with that. That's super cheap. Congratulations on the land. What do you plan to do with the land? Turn it into a profitable venture or asset? Yeah, I bought the land for my daughter, so I'm doing little stuff with it, like I mentioned. We're gonna put probably like some cherries, some blueberries out there, just because people that's in the agriculture was just telling me about how those crops make, decent money. They won't make me rich, but they'll make enough to pay the taxes on it. And then like paintball field, airsoft field, just being a Marine Corps veteran, that's just little cool stuff that I want to do with it. But ultimately, I'm just holding on to it till my daughter take it, honestly. So we're gonna do some things with it entrepreneurially, and that way she don't have to worry about where she gonna stay or how she gonna make a living, because she might grow up and say, I want to put apartments on it, or I want to do whatever it is that she wants to do at that time. To add to your account of those who have started businesses and entrepreneurship with your great information, you can add that to 101 for my husband and I. Thanks for sharing. Thank you, that TB. Thanks for that, TB. When will you have a course available for drop shipping training? Right, I can make a course on that, but because you're here now, let me give you a crash course, so you don't even got to wait for the course to come out. Right, go to Alibaba, Alibaba. If you're gonna buy it in bulk, or AliExpress if you don't want to buy large quantities or something. Right, type in what you want to sell, find that item, right, and then start pre-selling that item either through social media or your own website. Your own website, like Shopify, is a good way to do it. Shopify is becoming super competitive now because everybody's on it. But most people get their stuff from Alibaba, AliExpress. They push it through social media and Shopify. And you always want to blind drop ship. But crash course, just to get to the meat and potatoes, you go to that website, you find what you're looking for. I personally recommend you order samples so you're happy with the quality. Then you order again and keep a small quantity on hand. Then you start marketing and selling that through your own website or through your social media, whatever works for you. I know people that are successful both ways. And the reason why you keep a small quantity on hand is because sometimes drop shipping can take 30 days or longer. And depending on your customers that you're servicing, that's way too long. So if you keep a small inventory on hand, when you drop ship it back into your own inventory, and you shipping them what you have on hand. Because now with Amazon and the mentality that people have now, they expect fast shipping. It's like, they expect either free shipping, fast shipping, 3 to 5 days, stuff like that. So with drop shipping, I always kept like a small inventory of fast moving items, which in the beginning you're guessing because you don't have no sales. But what you're gonna push the hardest, it'll probably be your initial sales. So keep a small inventory on hand of that. When you drop ship back into your inventory, and you actually selling the inventory you have on hand. But I will make a course that's more comprehensive than that. But if you just want to get to it tonight, Alibaba, if you want to buy in bulk, AliExpress, if you want to buy small quantities and still, that's your plug from China. Research the Chinese New Year. It lasts for forever. If you have a drop shipping business and you run into the Chinese New Year, you're going to have problems because they're not coming to work. They don't care how much money you have. They don't care what's going on with your customers. You're going to wait till after the Chinese New Year before they ship out anything. And especially if they manufacturing it, they're not even going to make it to after the Chinese New Year. So research that as well. The exact dates off the top of my head, I forget, but it lasts for forever. Or it's going to seem like forever when you rolling in your drop shipping business, and then it just stop because they go on vacation for longer than Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, like we do. What's up, Miss Anderson? Your cousin has much potential. Invest in him, like you mentioned. Absolutely, right? Whatever makes sense, whatever he's willing to hustle for. Man, he's been with me since my very first business, since the courier business in Maryland. So whatever I can do to invest in him. Anything new over there before we keep going?
Okay.
Any questions you guys have, put it in the chat. We gonna get to you. We just bouncing back and forth.
Okay, the guy with the 26 box truck.
What's up, Jen? We gonna get to you in a second, Jen.
He used to have it on the over the road, so and he's gonna try something. He say he's gonna sign up for the appliance class. Thanks. We look forward to seeing you. All right. Somebody said Greg B said Huckleberry and Hartford are good health insurance companies for business owners. Okay. I was telling him maybe he can try renting it out to another company that does installs and deliveries. That's his 26-foot box truck. Somebody told me he could do hot shot transportation.
If there's a bye-bye baby in your area,
Tell me.
I laugh because my cousin hates that company, but we did a lot of work for them.
Delivering stuff.
Yeah, it's a company. I don't know if they're everywhere, so I
You got to put stuff together also.
if they're in your area, bye-bye baby will work you to sleep.
Yeah, work all day.
Okay. All right. Right here. How do you get better at reading schematics? If you want to learn how to read schematics, this is a good book. Major appliance, troubleshooting and repairing major appliance.
Can you show it this way?
Yeah, here you go right here. This book, I'm actually going through it right now. I'm going to try to implement it next year into our course at the live event. But this has a lot of good stuff once you leave. If you want to learn how to read schematics, it goes very into detail about schematics and everything you need. So you buy this book, it'll help you get better in reading schematics. All right. How often do you have to deal with dirty customer homes, pests when out on service calls? Most of the customers I go to, they're not gonna have dirty homes. I'm going to middle class and up. When I was dealing with people who are buying rent to own stuff, that's when I was having that problem. I don't have that problem now. Somebody else, W. Pearson, same thing. He said he purchased the videos, not playing. So let me give you my email. Email me as soon as we get off. We'll take a look at it.
Tonight it will be up in running.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stay here until and it's probably something minor, but it will for sure be back up and running right after this live stream. So as soon as we get done talking, we'll get it straight and you guys will be good to go.
Yeah. All right. That's TC Appliance. Hey, how you doing, TC Appliance Repair from Arlington? That's all we got.
All right. What's the average time to complete a dryer vent cleaning, Mike? That's from Jen.
30 minutes or less. If you if you get the course that we have, I actually go to a customer house. I'm at a customer house. And I actually do a live cleaning right there, and it's less than 30 minutes. And we charge $99. And that's why I tell you to charge $99.
And Jen is also a student from Appliance Bootcamp too. So Jen, let us know how you and your brother doing, man. Up in I think Missouri.
Yeah.
Do you teach about government contracting?
I personally don't do government contracting. We talked about that a little bit in the last class. We had a gentleman who wanted to get more into government contracting. I don't do that. I like to go directly to the customer. Government contracting is too, for me. I don't like the government play too much with their money. They have these freezes and furloughs and all that. I don't want to be involved with that. And then it's just too much. I thought was a dog and pony show when I tried to do it in the past.
Cool. What's up, JT? Are you going to start talking about tax liens anytime soon? And when we sign up for a course, do we go to the other courses for free? All right. So the first question you asked about tax liens. So once I secure this tax lien, we'll talk about it. And I'll give you guys all the details, the receipts and everything like that. So I've been to tax liens in the past, but I haven't really consistently been going. So this is year one of me consistently doing research. I'm going representing myself, like the property I bought, I'm representing myself. And I'm also going on behalf of my investment group. So this is really my official start, if you will, because I bought stuff in the past, but I wasn't really taking it seriously and doing research beforehand. I was just going and it's oh, this probably less than $500. I'll take it out. So once I really get, fluent with it and secure these first 14 acres, I'll start doing more videos about it, take you guys out there on it and stuff like that. We ain't gonna go over the whole 14 acres, but we'll go around it and check it out. If and when everything goes well and we go ahead and finalize that deal. Now, when it comes to when you sign up for the course, do you get the other courses free? If you're talking about if you sign up for the live event, do you get the online course for Appliance Bootcamp? That's an option. So you can pay for just the live event just the online event, or both. So if you go into Hustle Academy, it'll show you the curriculum. It'll let you read about it, and you can watch the video if you get both. So it's up to you. If you want both, you can buy both. If you want just one, you can get one. It really just depends on what you want. So it's up to you. I need a one-on-one consultation, JT. So I'll drop that link in as well. Give me 1 second. Anything over there, Mike?
Yes. Right here. Somebody want to know: are you going to post the class pictures from last weekend?
Right. It's already been posted.
He says it's already been posted.
It's on Instagram.
He got it on Instagram.
Yeah.
All right. KT Pretty Trill. Any tips to win the game early? I'm 24. That's the goal. Get into entrepreneurship early on so you can make those mistakes early on, and then you by the time you're 24 and you get into entrepreneurship and make your mistakes now, and before you turn 30, you actually learn how to be an entrepreneur. You actually cut your teeth into starting 1 or 2 businesses. You'll be good. I don't know anybody who wins the game that stayed in corporate America. Everybody know who have won. They was in entrepreneurship.
And I started at 24.
You started at 24?
Yeah, I started.
How old are you now?
29.
24 and 29. At least 25 years he done won the game. So, all right. Cease Barrow. Love what you guys are doing. Very motivating. Mike, do you recommend being a CSI certified for being CSIA certified for drive-in cleaning? I see a lot in the big. I see it a lot in the big appliance companies. No, you don't have to do that to clean dryer vents. Just go ahead and market it and start making some money. Now, once you start making money and you want to go and do bigger jobs, you might want to move into maybe doing like heating and air conditioning, HVAC duct work and stuff like that. Then you might be looking to doing some type of certification, just so you'll know exactly what you're doing when you start going and stuff that's moving air like that into people's houses, environmental air and stuff. But other than that, nah, you don't need that to clean a dryer vent. All you need is the equipment, less than $250 worth of equipment, and you out there rocking and rolling.
All right. If anybody wants a one-on-one consultation, the link is in the live chat. If you guys are interested. Anything else over there, or you want me to keep going over here?
That's it. You can go. I got mostly whatchamacallit, people just doing a little networking.
All right, and a reminder for anybody that's new on my channel or Mike's channel. In my live chat, if you go to the very first message or midway, the link to the dryer vent cleaning course, Mike has dropped it today. Yeah. It's not in Hustle Academy, but you can go click that link. It'll take you straight to where Mike has it, and you can check it out if you're interested in the dryer vent cleaning business.
Yeah, a couple of people said they had logged in and downloaded the video, didn't play. As soon as we get off here, we're gonna take a look and see what's going on in that video, and we'll get that straight.
So you will have access to it tonight.
Yeah,
tonight. I will not leave until you have access to it tonight. All right. I'm still in business school right now, but I like something in the entertainment and real estate. Right. Tax liens are something that are inexpensive but also misleading as well. So I recommend that if you want to get into tax liens, do your research. I made a whole video about like when the list come out, pick which ones you want, do a title search on them, register as a business, things like that. Now that's not the only way to get into real estate, of course, but to me, I like it because it's inexpensive. Because I think that if I would have bought 14 acres any other way, it would have cost me a little bit more money than what I had to lay down. And when it comes to entertainment, honestly, YouTube, man, there's so many people who have made it big just off of YouTube. So if you want to do something in entertainment, you could just start doing your best videos on YouTube, and it's no telling what doors that may open. There's people that are in Tyler Perry movies right now that are YouTubers, right? So, and some of you guys may know what I'm talking about if you watch Tyler Perry or any of his Madea movies. So YouTube is free for everybody. It's great marketing. It's great to promote your brand. And if you feel like you're good at entertainment and that's what you want to do, YouTube is a free way to get started. And it's an unlimited amount of doors that is open for me personally, so I know it works. Hi, what's up, Random Sharon? How much are the property taxes per year on the land? Like $500 and something, or at least that's what they were Well, I'm saying that's what the starting bid was, right? It was $500 and something a year, so it's not bad at all. I'll pay it by the decade if they let me. How do you feel about workshop and seminars that are being advertised? I'd rather invest in y'all more than investing in something that I'm uncertain that might work for me. Well, I think you should invest in us then. Right? That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know about, like, honestly, I don't know whose seminar or whatever it is that you're seeing. They may be legitimate. I'm just being funny with you. But honestly, like, I try to be transparent with you guys about income streams and business. When alumni are willing to come back, we put them on the channel, and we never tell them say this or anything like that. We allow you to get their honest testimony, and we even encourage you after the fact, if you want to reach out to them personally, do so. And we've had people actually do that. So we put it out there. You can fact check anything I say, Mike say. If you want to reach out to anybody that's came to the class and say, ask them whatever, we encourage that. So I can't speak for what anybody else puts out there, but you know what I mean? We've made a lot of positive impacts in a lot of people's lives since we've been doing YouTube. So of course I'm gonna say us, but like anything, do your due diligence. So don't just watch this video and say, now you gotta come here. I got over 600 videos. You don't gotta watch them all, but you can watch videos until you feel comfortable that JT know what he talking about, Mike know what he talking about. And then if you're comfortable, then we would love for you to invest in a live event or online course with us. But do your own due diligence and then make that decision, right? So how much okay, we touched on that. How much do you charge for mentorship? Currently, I don't really have like a mentorship program. We do like one-on-one consultations as needed. If anybody in Hustle Academy is actively taking a paid course and they contact me, we help them out for no extra charge. But we don't actually have like a mentorship program right now. So and I'm super busy, Mike's super busy. So I really don't want to start one, and I can't give you all the time that you need, if that makes sense. So but again, we do one-on-one consultations as needed. And if you're taking a paid course in Hustle Academy, we get back to you as soon as possible. Also, if you want to be a patron, we reach out to the patrons as soon as possible, as soon as they make a message, send a message most times, but as soon as possible for sure. With them. Dry event is at Hustle Academy. No, the link to it is in Mike's Appliance Bootcamp online teachable school. So if you click the link, it'll take you there, but it's not in Hustle Academy. I'm in Asheville. Would love to drop in and see how we can do some projects together if you open to it. What kind of projects? St. Louis local car deals. Put in the chat what kind of deals. And we'll let the collective decide. You guys are a blessing from God. Each one teach one. Appreciate that, Chris Coney. What's the best approach for someone who wants to buy tax liens remotely from a different state? Now, I don't know if this is the best approach. I'm gonna tell you my approach. Usually, the listings come out online and in the newspaper. I know the newspaper is like historic now. Nobody reads the newspaper, but most places that I went, that's how they come out. So, and in real small country towns, they may or may not have them updated online, meaning that they might put them out there the first go around, but it might be a month or two before the actual auction date. So you could be like dependent on getting a property that's not even at the auction. So I recommend that if you can have boots on the ground, have some sort of boots on the ground. But personally, the listing comes out online and in the paper. You research them based off of whatever you're trying to accomplish. Do you want raw land to build or do agriculture? Do you want property and want to fix them up? Do you want to try and get lucky and catch a property that already has tenants in it? Because it's a lot of different approaches. There's some people who it's not a good thing to do, but it happens and you see it all the time. It's two people that will come to the auction. Let's say me and Mike go to the auction. I sit on one side, Mike sit on the other. Nobody knows that me and Mike know each other. Let's say we want to get your house at the tax auction, right? Let's say your house is worth $100,000. You fell on hard times. You don't have the taxes. Well, we know that maybe you don't have the taxes today, but you might can redeem it if the bid doesn't go too high and somebody buys it. So maybe I say, okay, Mike, house worth $10,000. I mean, house is worth $100,000. Let's run it up to $20,000 because we know it's no way they can redeem it, right? So, and I'm not saying that that's what you should do, but I'm telling you that it's a lot of different strategies depending on what you're trying to do. So if you're trying to get a move-in ready house, that's what people do. Like they'll say, okay, this is a nice house. We know so-and-so on hard times. They gonna try to redeem it, but let's try to give them a bill they can't afford. Or somebody will say, I want raw land. Let's only bid on raw land. So you got to decide what you want and what's your approach to it and go into it like that. Do you use business credit in your LLC or fleet maintenance or expenses? I don't have good enough credit to do that yet. So my answer is no, but I'm working on it.
No, I'm cash and carry.
Yeah.
I've seen people talking about the health insurance. They're telling you what type to buy. Put down how much you all are paying for health insurance. Like I say, it's costing me where they're gonna give me a 1099 for about $1,200 a month. Because I'm wondering now, do people even have health insurance, even though they offer the job? I don't think they buying it because everybody's telling you what you can do, but nobody putting the price down. Put the price that you're paying, because if that's the reason a lot of people y'all stay at the job, now I'm looking. I don't know if y'all even buying it. There's no reason to even stay there if you ain't buying the health insurance because they can't afford it. I looked at it. I said if I was making because with that company for what they pay me, it's not for like 30-some thousand a year. If I was depending on that job to pay my bills, and half of it's going for health insurance.
They probably paying them a little bit less and saying that they're giving them health insurance as like a sale.
But how you gonna eat? Like I say, I think they pay me $36,000 a year. Either 36 or 40
plus free health insurance.
Plus the free health insurance.
That's probably the same thing they're giving them. But how much money they making off of you though?
They making a lot off of me.
Yeah.
But the health insurance now I get a 1099 for it.
Oh.
So now I gotta pay taxes on it.
Yeah. So I think like they probably they might get 36,000, but now they got to do 40 hours a week, and they not getting a 1099, but it's coming out their check.
Right.
So yeah.
So I don't know how much are y'all paying for health insurance. Because I was wondering if you got a student loan and you got a car and a mortgage, I don't know if you can buy health insurance.
Right. Let me see. All right, that was the health insurance stuff. Domestic shipping can be expensive, right? Most businesses pass it along to the customer, right? All businesses pass it along to the customer.
Yes.
So it's a sunk cost, right? What I mean by sunk cost is like if you're gonna be selling stuff online and it's not a service business or information like a course, you're gonna have to ship it to them. So it's a sunk cost regardless. So you pass it along to the customers is what all businesses do. All right, let me see. These two guys are true to the game. Appreciate that, J Real. What Mike's need YouTube channel? Tell them your YouTube channel.
Appliance Bootcamp.
All right, so shout out to all 56 people that's still here. All right, cuz how you doing, Matt?
Good.
Let me see. Would you recommend doing demos as a way to market yourself more?
Demos of what?
Minor, mobile paint, and body repair for Don Baba. We're right here.
Demos on YouTube or going out doing somebody's stuff for free, or you doing like you going out and you're just gonna be doing kind of like a demonstration for people. Cause that's all we do here on the YouTube channel. We're doing just demos. That's all we're doing really. So it works.
Unless you're gonna do like the people in the mall that like they sell the sneaker cleaner, they do one shoe, and now you got one good shoe and one bad shoe. So what you mean? Like you're gonna paint part of the car. You know, like man, if you like it, you only give me this for the other half. But you know what I'm talking about? Like how they do the shoes.
Yeah.
So the link is there if anybody wants to do any one-on-one. All right, cool. Networking going on. All right. 30 minutes is the max time I spent on dryer vent cleaning so far. Easy money and a great side hustle. Appreciate that, Gerard, man. All right. Thanks, fellas. Shalom. Gerard, if you still in the chat, do you mind sharing how much you charge for your dryer vent cleaning service and approximately how many you did if you're still in the chat? Appreciate all 52 people that's in here. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button, please do so. Appreciate all 46 people that's in mics.
Yeah.
Hit that thumbs up button if you've done so already.
They said there is affordable health insurance. The guys just need to do research. I think they want to be. I guess I need to go find it. I haven't seen no prices. One guy, Greg B, said he pays $80 a week plus 17 for dental. So that's putting him about 160, 180, right at about $200 per week. I'm gonna go back and tell them they paying me, charging me too much. Cancel mine, man. I want the cash in my hand. They getting over on me.
All right, so all right, the guy or gal is back. I'm not sure, but they said need any help with internet skills, websites, internet marketing. I can help materialize your ideas. I'm very creative. Love to get some youth training programs together.
You want to do some youth training program?
Mm-hmm.
I done that. I was having to pay them when I was doing it. I had to pay them and the parents for them to show up. So yeah, you can. But it was good. I enjoyed them. I enjoyed the youth, and I still use them from time to time. So
cool. I appreciate you putting that in the chat. 89 Dr. Funk. If you don't mind, please, sir, put it in the comment section. Only because I may or may not have access to the live chat. Sometimes I can see the live chat after the video is over. Sometimes I can't. So if you want to share your benefits and how much you pay and what you get for it, put it in the comment section. Because that way, when I try to go back to it to put the video together, I'll for sure be able to re-see it there. Tell cousin, great job on the demo on the new ABC buildings.
Yeah, he done excellent job
on the demo. All right. So we say some people saying $246 a month is what 89 Dr. Funk pays, $297 is what J Real pays. With Obamacare monthly, DVD Jordan pays $600 a month, $300 a month. They not mentioning copay. Any future boot camps for 2020. So right now, one is scheduled for January the 11th for Appliance boot camp. And the cell phone repair course will be the following weekend in January. So January the 18th, and TechConnectNCLLC.com is where you can book your live seats for that as well. I want to mention that too. So if you want to get into the cell phone repair training, which it won't be cell phone repair training, then it'll be cell phone, tablets, laptops, and desktop training in a 2-day event. That's going to be the following weekend. So January the 11th, Appliance Boot Camp. Very next weekend, January 18th, is going to be the first cell phone repair training in the new location.
Yeah, now that's going to 2 days too, right?
Yeah, that's going to 2 days too.
Yeah, so that'll be going to 2 days also.
Yep. Just subscribe, Mike. You guys are doing a great job. I love hearing a positive way to make money and not someone preaching easy street money. Right. I do preventative health care, so no, I don't pay any health insurance. Mike T, so probably got a very healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something. I'm gonna tell them just I don't know. I looked at it. First time I looked at it, they're gonna give me that much of a bill. Maybe that's the way they're getting back at me. I don't know.
All right, so just doing a one-time full-service job as a demo, even if they don't do business, they still will remember you. So Don Bob was talking about doing a demo like one time for the customers, so even if they don't do business with them, they'll remember.
I'm not gonna go out and fix nothing for free. I'm not gonna do that. I wouldn't do no driving cleaning for free. Now, whatchamacall, Gerard was telling the class the other day. He came at the last Appliance boot camp class that he was at a customer house. He was already repairing the dryer, and he was going to sell the dryer vent cleaning, but the customer wasn't going to buy it. She said she didn't want it, and even though Gerard had showed her how much lint had backed up in it. So then Gerard told her, he said, "Look, but your dryer needs to be clean, and I don't feel safe when you drying your clothes like this. And just to make sure your family is safe, I'm gonna do it for free." When he told her that, she said, "Because you were so thankful, my family," she would have had to pay. Yeah. So I don't know. I haven't done any. I've done charity work for people who didn't have the money, but if somebody had the money, most of the time I got my money from them. I didn't do a demo.
All right. Any information on being I think that's an American Home Shield ASS contractor for washer and dryer.
Washer and dryer. If you go, I don't know if you want to do it just for washers and dryers. You want to do it for everything. Because you wouldn't get enough work. I don't feel coming through just if you're gonna do just washers and dryers. But you can do it for everything.
All right, what's going on your side, Mike?
Okay. All right. Well, they told me Space Age 3000 said I need to find me a self-employed woman and ask because women ain't going without health insurance. No, they not. That's my wife. That's the other thing too. They only give you like 3 days to sign up and pick your health insurance. And after those 3 days, if you don't sign up, you ain't got no health insurance. So they make sure they try to keep you from getting it. So my wife worked me to death every night until I went ahead and signed up. Mike Reed later wishing everyone the best with getting the appliance business. Thanks, Mike. Okay, KT Pretty Trill. 2020 is the year of the end of the rat race for me. There you go. There you go. You put it out there, so it will be. All right.
I dropped Mike's YouTube channel link in my live chat. Do me a favor, go over there, subscribe if you haven't done so already to Appliance Bootcamp. A lot of good games given over there. Free game people at work. So yeah, Gerard, let the people know. If you don't mind, let the people know how much you charge for driving.
He put $100.
Okay, all right, cool. So so Gerard charges $100 for his dryer vent cleaning. You mind giving like a ballpark of how many you did, like if you can recall offhand. If not, it's fine. I agree this does work. My auntie's dryer caught on fire. Yeah. Sorry to hear that, Jay.
Yeah, sorry to hear that. I hope nobody got hurt in it.
I am going. Thanks, bro.
All right. And Darren Clark, what's good, Mike and JT? I started my 2 calls a day, Mike. Oh, way to go, man. Way to go. Way to go. Nicole Noel, I think my cousin should be maintenance in an apartment building. Excellent work ethic. Live for free. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there you go. All right.
So that's all I have on this side. So
yep.
Appreciate you guys for tuning in on my channel.
Yeah, and if the ones that had problems downloading, we can ready to go address that right now.
All right. So you'll click that link and it's going to be up and running tonight. Until next time, to all my hustlers, stay hustling.